Yo, Count 5, Elisio here. Say, I thought you were going to do a video about the GTR, and I've been waiting and waiting, and still nothing. I don't have all year, man. So if you're not going to do it, I might do it in your place, you know, because I have a few. Waiting over there.
Hi Elisio, it's K5. Yeah, thanks for holding out for me, man. Well, I managed to get hold of 4 different budget Nissan GTRs, so let's take a look, shall we? First out of the bag is going to be this Realtoy model. Now these are available for £1 or thereabouts from your local Tesco's, and it says there Tesco. Now I know these, well, I'm hoping this is a Realtoy. I'm kind of guessing, so let's pop it out and have a look, shall we? So there we go. It's got really good paint. It's got a fairly good weight to it. Nothing special. It's actually quite a lightweight car. It's got the detail there of the little ports there for the engines. If you notice, also the interior is not too bad, not too shabby at all. Great paint actually. Kind of a gunmetal grey, of twinkly starlight grey. Very nice. Go around the back of the car, we can see some good tail light details. It's got the rear, look around the front there. No other extra details. There is space there if you needed to stamp something. But overall, general feel of the car is not too bad. Oh, there's a nice base on it. I will be comparing the base to other cars, of course. It's riveted in, plastic. There we go, Realtoy, made in China. And there's the scale, 160. That's kind of what I guessed, actually. What do you think of this one then, Elisio?
Wow, that's a very cool GTR for a budget price. Well, in Japan, for the price of a coffee, or 2 cans of coffee, you can get this. UCC, they release those cars. You buy 2 cans, you get 1 car. And this is from the Nissan Racing Spirit collection, and it's the GTR Proto. So here it is. The prototype, the only difference is on the front. See, the headlights actually go all the way down, but everything else is exactly like the normal car. And for the price of a coffee then, or 2 cans of coffee, you have this very nice casting, very detailed, with rubber tires, plastic headlights, no interior, painted taillights. And so we don't know who does those, but it's a proper 164. And yeah, if you like coffee and you don't want to spend that extra money for a car, that's a good thing to have.
Oh, that UCC car is gorgeous, isn't it? And especially as it's a prototype model. So you're looking at something from the 2005 period, which is rather special. And keeping those fantastic GTR lines there from the prototype into the production car. Another nice feature for this Realtoy is the fact that it has actually got a rather nice interior. And talking about nice interiors, let's take a little closer look at the Majorette one if we can. So we'll open up there. Straight away you can see it's set up for driving in Europe or in the States. Another nice feature of these cars is the new Majorette wheels. You see they're multi-spoked. I was going to say 8-spoke wheels. Very, very cool. And of course it's got the little headlamp details and some good tampo work. If you look around the car, all the necessary tampos are in place. That's a feature that is sadly lacking from this Realtoy model. But overall, the Realtoy, where it has actually got tampos, are very nicely done. And you can see there, this one's got moulded in spoiler details. Not ideal, but I suppose for play value, it's good. It's very good. And the weight of it is slightly heavier than the Realtoy. So I'm guessing this would maybe go down the track a little bit faster. What do you reckon on this one then, Elisio?
Majorette, I'm very partial to them because I grew up playing with their models when I was a kid. And I can't help but notice that this casting has side view mirrors. That's a very nice detail. And overall, yeah, it's looking pretty sharp and neat. I can show you a Greenlight, for example. It's well, it's not the same price range as the Majorette. It's this one is from the Black Bandit series, and overall it's a very nice casting. It has a metal base, plastic lenses for the headlamps. The details on the back are painted and tempered, and rubber tires, and hey, no side view mirrors on this one. The only complaint I would have with this one is a complaint that you can make with pretty much all Greenlights, is that well, the tires are too bulky for starters, and the quality is not very good. If I don't know if you can tell, but most of the time the rest of the wheel. And other than that, yeah, it's a cool model, but there's way better out there. So, do you have anything better to show me?
But really, to compete with your Greenlight in the budget zone, I'm going to have to pick this Welly. Now, this Welly I picked up on the continent, so yet again it's a car that's not readily available in the UK, unfortunately, but I'm sure that you could probably find it if you look around. I know that these have been out there in some of the toy shops, and they're around about £2 a car, so not a bad price. Now this is 160 scale, you can see there, 160. And I believe this is 160 as well, so we can pretty much compare that directly with the Realtoy. Here we go, let's have a look around this Welly. Now it's got some very nice rims. I think you're going to like these ones. They're actually co-mold wheels, made out of a soft plastic. They've got tread, and it looks like an inserted plastic silver rim there. Look around the front of the car, it's got some great tampos. Look at those lights. Very nicely done, aren't they? And another little feature which none of the cars I've got here have got is this brilliant little bit of silver or chrome trim around the intake there. Have a look on the bonnet. It's got tampoed bonnet inlets and a very, very detailed interior. I mean, that is something else, isn't it? You can see right down inside there, you've got all your controls, got your dashboard, center console. It's all going on, isn't it? And one of my favourite features on this car is the plastic wing. Not normally a big fan of plastic wings, but if we're talking model value, look at that. Now that is serious detail compared to the Majorette and the Realtoy. The Realtoy really hasn't exploited that detail at all. We have a look at the interior of the car. We can also see that the Realtoy has got extra boot space, so that's less legroom for your rear passengers. So, I mean, Elisio, what do you think about these Wellies? I mean, I know that you do collect Wellies if you can find them. So, how do you think this would compare to, say, I don't know, a more premium model?
Wow, Chris, that Welly is sure looking very, very sharp. Yes. I really like Wellies when I can find them, and I have a few in my collections, but they're not easy to find here. So what do I have to go against your Welly, you ask? Well, what about a Kyosho from the minicar collection? There's at least two collections with the Kyosho. The Kyosho Originals and the Kyosho Minicar Collections. The Minicar Collections are sold in at Circle K's, and they cost around 500 yen per car, so that's around £4, and they're very, very nice for the price. Plastic base, but rubber tires. Everything else is finely detailed. Plastic headlamps, plastic taillights, you even have plastic exhaust. The wing, like on the Welly, is plastic. You have side mirrors. If you like interiors, they usually don't disappoint either. Detail on the front, on the top. Yeah, that's for me. That's what premium should be like. All of them. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you like this, and £4 for that amount of detail and quality, I think it's worth it if you're serious about your love for cars, and I am serious about my love for cars. So, what do you think? Is there anything? Is that too much for you? Is that worth £4, or do you think we can? The Welly does the same for half the price.
Welly, well, didn't the Welly do well? And yeah, it's a very nice casting for the price point. I think it's certainly worth the money. The Kyosho definitely is a step up, but at twice the price, and also at the proper size. I mean, those doors look like they should open, don't they? It's a very good casting. And talking about very interestingly good castings, we're going to take a look at this, the Tomica. Now, this is the last GTR I've got on my setup, and it was sent over to me from Japan. So again, it's not a car you can buy readily over in the UK. In fact, I haven't seen many Tomicas at all on the shelves in any of the toy shops, regardless of how hard I search. But I must say, this is a very nice car. It's got great doors, shut beautifully, lovely details. Again, it's nice and chunky. It's very heavy. Good metal spoiler details. Bit of a letdown there at the rear. No exhaust ports, which is unusual. And another annoying detail of all Tomicas probably is the size of these little generic wheels, and they just don't fit properly in those wheel wells, do they? But apart from that, I mean, I'm guessing that this thing will go fairly fast regardless of the size of the wheels. But apart from that, it's a great little car. I'm really hoping that Elisio is going to show us something from the premium range and actually expand upon this casting somewhat. Let's go and have a look, shall we?
Tomica also has a premium line called Tomica Limited Vintage, and last year they released a GTR, and quite a few GTR actually, and this is one of them. This one is the N-Attack package, so it's a sportier, more aggressive version of the normal GTR with a big air wing on the back, and it's also lots pricier. It's this one costs around $15 to $20 depending on the model. Some can go way higher, but is it worth? Well, I would say yes, because in terms of detail, it's on another level. It's rubber tires, it's all metal. The brakes, they have brakes, as you can see here. Suspension in the back, suspension in the front. Everything is detailed on, it's more refined, more almost sublime on some occasion. Even the license plate is a separate piece. Look at those front lights. You can almost make the LEDs inside the small parts. That's just, for me, it's just amazing. The back is just as good. The interior has been painted. The seats are, in this case, as you can see, are red, or maybe you can't really see. Here, you have a glimpse. Side view mirrors, I don't think there's many companies who do better than that. Ignition, maybe. I've seen that the ignition actually has the inside of the mirrors painted. So that's. What do you think, Chris?
Well, Elisio, thanks ever so much for joining me with this video. It's been really, really interesting seeing your cars, but for 20 quid, let's see if your car can race down the track like these babies. Let's go. Wow, and it looks like number one won the race. And that is the Realtoy. Well, there you go. If you want a real racer, check out this one. This is K5 saying thank you very much, Elisio, again, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. Ta-ta for now. See you next time.